Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. Let's do what we do. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. Hope it's working out for you. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right Thinkers mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. Let's work together and make it happen. So I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows that they know not. It's simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. Person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. It's okay. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And always, to my yacht, be true. Let's talk about knowledge. Okay? Well, yeah, right thinkers, let's talk about two kinds of knowledge. How about that? What are they? Operative and speculative. Or the other way around, speculative and operative. However you look at, I'm gonna break it down for you so hopefully you get an understanding. This is another lesson. You're gonna learn something today. I like that. Because I got something for you to learn. I'm gonna give you something that you can use. That's the difference in these two knowledges. Let's go. Let's start with speculative knowledge. Excuse me, speculative knowledge is knowing. You learn what you need to know. So that means you know right from wrong. That's speculative knowledge, meaning you know. See where I'm going with this? Speculative knowledge is knowing the right thing by what? Studying, listening, learning, and you have acquired that knowledge. So you are knowledgeable of right from wrong. Follow along, see where we're going with this. Speculative knowledge is having degrees in a field such as theology, psychology, philosophy, all that, and what? Not using none of it. I got a brother. He was sharp and smart mentally. He had all the speculative knowledge you can have. Never used it. It never materialized. So I got the perfect example of what speculative knowledge is. That's why I'm breaking it down to you this way. We all have ideas. We all have dreams. Yeah, but some of us are a little more advanced. But if we don't use it, nature said, take it away. Why? If you ain't using it, you don't need it. See where we're going at that? If you don't use it, you will lose it. Simple. A body that's in motion will stay in motion. A mind that's functioning cognitively, constantly thinking and using it. Einstein brain after 80 years, like a 20-year-old brain. Why? Because he used it. It's exercise for the brain. That's what you have it for. Use it. Again, acquiring knowledge, getting it, having it, and then do nothing with it. Speculative knowledge, again, is for them people. I'm Dr. So and so, and I hate title slingers. Don't care about that, please. And I'm this, I'm that. But you're not prospering or you're not producing nothing. You just run life at the jizz with what you got. I'm Elmer J. Foot. I got a mansion in the yacht. Yeah, in your mind. Yeah, up here, you got everything. But in real life, That's called manifestation. And that's where we fall short with teaching our young people how to manifest. And if we show them early that when they manifest for themselves, they get rewarded from the higher selves, they will be a lot better off doing what the right thing. Why? Because they're getting rewarded. Not because you say so. No, they're actually doing it. That's operative knowledge. We get to that next. But the idea, speculative knowledge, is being a right thinker with knowledge of self. Yeah, I know all that, but not using it to benefit yourself. What's the sense of having it if you're not going to use it? Oh, right thinking philosophy works for me when I use it. If something that you use works when you use it, come on, common sense. Don't take a brain surgeon to figure out, well, that's what I'll be doing. That's what I live. I've been trying to show you that for the last 5 years. Moving on, excuse me. And again, what's the difference? You need to know the difference, and I'm trying to break it down for you. One is all mental, all thinking. Yeah, you think this. It's okay. Speculative knowledge is believing. How about that? I got a nice little concept. Just hit me. Now, you want to know what the difference between speculative and operative knowledge? Perfect example. Speculative is a believer in the Bible, Christian religions. All right, y'all know what? Y'all got one thing. Y'all thinking about what? Something somebody told you. You didn't put it to use. You didn't question it. You didn't do nothing but just believe it. Hence, a belief system. That's the speculative knowledge having person. An operative having person will question everything. I have a philosophy. It should make sense. If it don't add up, I'm not practicing it. Simple as that. And the belief system to me just don't add up. Understand that a philosophy does. So if you take a little bit of philosophy, I ain't saying belief is bad, but some of that stuff you need to realize what it really is, and then you can combine, and you'll be fine. I ain't saying don't do that. I'm just saying you need to put maybe a little more something else with that, more substance. Why? Some proof. Because if you have no proof, no foundation to stand on, you like on the water. You shaky. It's always you ain't never constantly. You ain't never stable. With a philosophy that you can practice and live by, you're firm like my yacht's feather. That's the difference, okay? And that's an operative, having operative knowledge. What? Meaning I'm putting it to use. Knowledge is power. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Speculative knowledge means absolutely nothing. Why? You ain't acting on it. Operative knowledge, we're going to get to that in a minute. I'm working my way there. But if you spend all that time to learn and to acquire knowledge, you should at least use it. Sorry about that. How many people go to college, get their degrees in a certain field and area of life, and don't go no further? That was a lot. That's just a waste of time. Understand that. I talked to my nephew. Love this kid. Watched him grow up. He's in his senior year in college. Jesus Christ, how time fly. But he's still the same kid, focused, dedicated. He said, come on, I might go for my master. I said, yeah, keep going. Don't stop. Why? If what you're doing is paying off for you and you like it, that's what you do. That's life advice. Simple as that. That's what you understand. I'm always going to give you life advice. Moving on. That's what this whole thing is about. Life. Learn how to live it. Why? Acquire knowledge and information from anywhere you get it and use it to your benefit. That ain't cheating. That's like, getting the answers ahead of time and studying them so you be prepared for what? The test. The test is every day. You got to start living it a certain way. That's my point. If your knowledge, if you know something and you good at it and you don't use it to benefit yourself in reality, what's the purpose? Speculative knowledge is not good knowledge. Why? If you don't do nothing with it. When you use your knowledge, that's what makes the difference. Implement it, use it. If you put the work in, the results will show. Simple as that. And when we teach our young people that, they don't have to worry about being validated by outside sources. They get validated by them higher self. You see where I'm going with this? Makes a lot more sense than you playing this game with them, having them believe a whole bunch of nonsense just to find out the truth. Anyway, give them the truth from the script. So, operative knowledge is what I give. First of all, understand that. We get to that now. One is in your head. That's speculative. It's mental. And that's what everything starts. So whatever mental concepts you have, you're pretty much going to be stuck on stupid if you what? Don't use them. Same thing. If one is in your head, the other one is what you put to use in your life. That's the difference between speculative and operative. As a Mason, we are speculative Mason. Why? We use it for the what they call more noble and glorious purpose, yeah. But the concept is you can use the same tools, concept for a more what personal purpose to what? Better yourself. They hide that knowledge. They don't want everybody to know that. They want y'all to be, you know how I feel about the 85%, but my job to cut that number down. So I'm getting y'all. I'm talking to the 85%. I don't give a damn about the 10%. Moving on. I'm down. Yeah, I guess a little uptight when I think about that. Unused knowledge is powerless. That's speculative knowledge at its best. Those guys who know everything and don't know nothing. Speculative. In their mind, they done did this and went there. You talk to a kid from high school, 20 years later after high school. He was the man. She was the, like a fish story. It grows, and it's just human nature. So that's just a concept. But that's what speculative knowledge is. It's just a growth. You just adding on to what was, or maybe you did. You just piling on now. You put 20 on 10, 30. You just adding it up. But again, in your mind. Yes, self-knowledge has no power. Why? If you don't put it to use, aka live it or practice it, same thing, daily. I put daily on everything I say or try to get across. Why? That's when you got to do it. Sorry. Where am I down here? Oh, down here now. Okay, yeah. Now, if you have degrees and you're not using them, and I got my brother, I know a few people, to this day, I got a partner, we grew up together. He went to NJIT, he learned engineering, he went to New York and got him a job. He been there 30-something years. That's my best friend. Moving on. Now, that's operative knowledge. Putting it to use is operative. Having it and knowing it and don't do nothing is speculative. How about that? Let's move on. But if your knowledge doesn't serve you, what is the purpose of you having it? We in an information age. There's so much useless information going on. I'm annoyed. Why? Y'all just went berserk with it. So I'm an information giver, so I got some problem with that personally. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Again, if your knowledge don't serve you and benefit you in some, why? That's not knowledge. That's really not information that's doing you any good. Useless information, aka knowledge, is useless knowledge, aka information, is unused knowledge. That knowledge have no power. Knowledge is power. No, it ain't. If you're not using it, that's the caveat. Yeah, it's powerful when used. Yes, 100% correct. But if you ain't using it, it's powerless. A lot of us are powerless to what? No, having knowledge of self. That's not the power you want to be without, or knowledge that you don't want to have of yourself. You might not know a lot of things. I'm ignorant to a whole bunch of stuff. But me, not a clue. Master yourself is what I'm trying to get you to be able to do. Moving on. Now, talent is God's gift. It's not a knowledge. No. Geniuses are born geniuses. They didn't become genius. You can't reach genius status by acquiring information. No. It's got to already be there. Built in. That's the difference, though. You think you're a genius? That'd have been recognized a long time ago. You can't hide genius. Moving on. Oh, I'm a genius. You might be a genius at something because you're good at it, but that's a gift that God gave you. You just tapped into it. So that ain't knowledge. Moving on. This is why learning is important. Stuff that we're given, Spirit, God, a lot of us think that's it. Oh no, you got to do something. I didn't gave you life. What you gonna do with that life? Again, my philosophy, God, life is God's gift to us. What we do with it is our gift to Him. So if you're gonna serve Him, I'm repaying now every day. Why? Every day I Being on it and let him know I'm thankful. I'm doing it's called living in gratitude. Whatever y'all want to call it. But we got a whole bunch of names that what you call something ain't the big deal. It's what you do. That's the deeds that he recognized. So you being a Christian and wilding out ain't gonna get you into heaven. You being a Muslim, not following tenets, ain't gonna get you wherever y'all go. Same thing. So it's in the deeds. Why? That's what he recognized. He don't recognize you Muslim, Christian, or Jew. He recognized what he put in you, spirit. Okay? And he gave you this here so you can recognize him too. Now, speculative knowledge, again, all show and no go. That's Hollywood. They get you thinking, they got you brainwashed, and it's not real. Moving on. That's what speculative knowledge. Unless it's used, it's not real. It means nothing. Knowledge is something you can use to manifest. There you go. Ding, 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 ding. What it is that you want out of life. If you don't have knowledge, if you don't acquire knowledge and understanding about certain things, we got school education. If you don't pass the grade, you ain't gonna get that certificate. High school. When I was coming up, dropping out of high school, man, you was whoa. Why? How your parents did you do that? In my household, ain't no way in the hell that's gonna happen. Okay, that's a no-no. And if we didn't hold our standard to that level, that's why you see what's going on now. It's getting worse and worse. I'm at a party with a bunch of white Jewish people. Had the time of my life, enjoying it while we talking about life. And we all live the same life. We all see the same thing. And I told them about my incident with my niece. All of them agreed. So I don't feel bad. Why? The older people, we got respect. We still had a thing called dignity and pride. Young people, no shame. When I was coming up, butt cheeks was not to be seen. Why? That's the personal part of your body. Underwear. They call them underwear. So I'm just getting old fashioned. But when you start letting the standard lower and lower, this is what you end up with. Moving on. Let's go. You got a criminal running for president. What bar did y'all set for that? Moving on. I ain't got time for that. Moving on. Okay. Speculative knowledge without the operative knowledge in use is like praying and no works. Doing nothing but thinking God gonna bless you. How you get blessings? Good deeds. So that don't make sense. It makes sense if you understand the concept. Yeah, I'm praying. But what you doing while you waiting for the prayer to be answered? Well, nothing, just waiting. Okay, well, you be on that bus stop and that bus ain't coming. Okay, that's the concept. You have to put work in. What's work? Good deeds. Simple. You know those people. We all do. And again, if you don't know those people, you are that person. All right? We all know those people who have knowledge until they don't have nothing. But when you give them a little something, they swear they got something. Now, oh, so I knew that. You know the kind of people? Okay. If you don't, you that him. And we all know them people. Didn't really have a clue. But once you enlighten them, now all of a sudden, yeah, I knew that. So I'm a teacher. I hate when people, I give them something, they think, enjoy it, roll with it. I ain't beef for that. So watch this. That's speculative knowledge. Acquiring it is all talk, but no action. Like the politicians or like your preachers. They get, it annoys me. Why? Because if you get swooned by somebody's conversation, I ain't trying to swoon you. I'm trying to enlighten you. I ain't here trying to just trying to give you information that you can use, aka operative knowledge. So that's the point. But if you let somebody smooth talk you this morning, every time I see them guys, the mega preachers, I had to turn the channel. Why? That's a waste of my time. That's why. And for those who tune in, they don't have a clue. Moving on. Speculative knowledge is for what? Believers. It sounds good. Is there anything behind it? If you eat the entree or you eat the appetizer and you get full, you ain't got room for the main course. Be judicial, understand what you're doing, and take it in. Be judicial. Why? I got something else. If you just got this, you done missed all of that. Moving on. It's a concept. Moving on. Where we at? Last one. Now, this is the fun part for me. I'm about to take it home. Why? Operative knowledge is right thinking. Philosophy knowledge. You use it when? Daily. Esoteric, meaning hidden. Okay, sheetalk means hidden also. See, the ancients called it sheetalk. The Masons called it esoteric. Same thing. Okay, just getting the meaning. What? The hidden God who's hidden. Where? In you. You got to find that out for yourself. That's the journey. Sorry about that to spoil, the little thing. But no, esoteric knowledge is operative knowledge that you can what? Live by. They giving you the secrets that you can now manifest with. Well, the top stuff is just BS. They get that to the general public. Again, the 85% of y'all don't have a clue. They just playing y'all like fiddles. Too much stuff they even go into right now. But I'm gonna do a lesson on symbology. Okay, so that will help you out. Operative knowledge is what lives when daily. Why? You putting it to action. What you're learning or what you think you know. Try it out. Test drive it. Like God did. Man, I want to test drive my stuff. See if it's as good as I think it is. That's why he's in us. Moving on. Operative knowledge, again, is usable knowledge. Mastered by what? Practicing daily. If you practice being your best self daily, in a certain period of time, it's going to become muscle memory. It's going to become what you do. Right thinking philosophy does that. When you get a routine, it becomes what? A way of life. Wrapping it up. Here we go. Almost home. Right thinking philosophy, again, is operative knowledge that what? When mastered, will change your life. Guaranteed. Every religion gives you the same guarantee. Why? Because if you put the work in, you get the result. Guaranteed. Simple as that. But that's the one who guarantees it. If you think your pastor got the power to bless you, you think I can bless you. I ain't even try. Why? I ain't even put myself in that position. I'm a teacher. I can teach you. I can enlighten you. Bless you. No, don't have that kind of power. Ain't trying to be. But I know how to get blessed. Do the right thing. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. When? Daily, like I do. Right thinking philosophy. What's the last one? Tune in when daily, and what you'll get a dose of operative knowledge, aka right thinking philosophy concepts that I give to you daily, and you can use it the same way daily. That's the lesson. Hope you got it. Hope you enjoyed it. I always enjoy giving it to you. But in closing, right thinkers, may y'all let it be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinkers have passed away. I'm out.